Alright, so I am at this remote village in Jodhpur.
If you don't like, you can go near the oven also.
Oh, that's the oven?
The round one.
Oh, the kiln. Okay. So here I am in a village about 20 kilometers from the city of Jodhpur, and where the family makes pots. This particular family has been making pots for generations. It's a tradition passed down from generations. They supply these pots to local villagers for cents, pennies to the dollar. So this 400 plus year old tradition, family tradition, has become a fun off the beaten path type of excursion for tourists. It's not very well known. We did not find too much rush there. But there were enough tourists, I guess, where the family has started making these little, one-off sculptures that totally excited me for the potential for acrylic pouring, of course. But I'm just spanning my camera over the displays that they had for other artifacts that they've been making since the tourist industry kind of took off for them. Basically, the starting point is mud that's dug up from a local river. So they bring this mud to the village home, to the family home. This tour guide that just came into focus is kind of explaining all this to us. And from there, these pots are made. And we are about to experience the art of pottery on a manual stone wheel, which is right here. It's a manual wheel made of solid rock.
Wheel weight around 100 kilos
100
because of
kilos.
the stone.
Yeah.
You can see. This is just a small wood piece. That wood piece weight is around 15-20 grams.
Yeah.
And this is the point.
Wow.
It's
And
enough.
the pottery wheel is, how often do you make or change it?
What wheel?
Yeah, the wheel.
Actually,
or is it the same wheel for hundreds of years?
Wheel we can use like 100-200 years, no problem. But wood piece we can change every 5 or 6 months.
5-6 months? Okay.
Yeah.
As the potter mixed the mud with water, salt, ash, wood ash, the tour guide proceeded to narrate a very amusing legend or tradition of the village. Apparently, whenever there is a marriage that is arranged in the village, the girl's side steals this little stick that you see on the side of the potter. The stick is used to spin the stone wheel, and so the girl's side of the family steals that stick and uses it in prayer. Because they pray that the way a small, gentle, tender stick can spin a solid 200-pound rock, the ease with which it can spin, the hope is that this girl, when she gets married, can manipulate her husband in the same way. And once the marriage is done, the family brings the stick back to the potter and pays him as a thank you. So everybody goes home happy. But legends like this just made this whole experience so much more entertaining and real. So this pot will take about 48 hours to dry up to 90%, and then it will be shaped, refined, smoothened out even more manually. Everything we saw was manual. Everything was manual here. And then once it's dry, it would be roasted in the kiln for setting permanent, and then given off to local villagers. So this gentleman, as he was guiding me through, of course I made plenty of mistakes, but as he was guiding me through my first attempt at pottery, also told us that there were two families that were in the pottery business in the village. And what's happening is the generations of kids coming up are not interested in following their parents' footsteps. They want to go off to the city, they want to go study and, have careers outside the family business. And so the other family that was doing pottery has fizzled out, has died down in terms of producing pots. So they remain the only ones doing it. And it was heartbreaking to hear him tell us that he has two sons, neither of them, and two daughters, none of them are interested in this profession. So looking at this, there's things up here too. So looking at this, I am getting very intrigued by the potential of these flat pieces in my artwork. And I want to buy pretty much everything. And like something like this is costing me 50 cents. And it is unfinished clay. So I could potentially paint it any which way I want. And